Okay, next point. When you have tables and graphs in your document, you need to give them a title and a reference number. So, for example, each table should have a title like shown here. Table 1, raw data. If you have more than one raw data table, you would call them table 1 raw data, table 2 raw data, for example. And the reason for doing this is so that you can refer to it easily in your text, and if I make a reference to it in my comments, both you and the moderator know exactly which table I'm talking about. Some of you have done this already, and you'll see that I have used that information when I've given you feedback, and it's really useful. And it's just a small thing, but it makes it look much more professional. Okay, next we have changing volumes into decimeters cubed. For some reason, a number of you have been making a rounding or rounding your values when you've changed from centimeters cubed into decimeters cubed. Now, here I've written, hopefully you have just taken great care to measure your titrations accurately to 0.05 centimeters cubed, as we discussed. So, when you change to decimeters cubed, why would you then round the values to the nearest centimeter cubed? That means that basically all of your accurate titration has now been completely lost because you've rounded off all the 0.1 values and you've just gone for a whole centimetre cubed. If you're going to change the units, you shouldn't have to change the accuracy when you change the units. You're just saying I'm going to measure it in a different unit. You're not saying I'm going to round it off or do something like this. So for example, I've given you two different ways of measuring something here. I didn't write on the units, let me do that quickly now. So this one might be in, for example, centimetres cubed, and this one might be in decimeters cubed. The reason that we tend to give significant figures as a way of describing accuracy is because it maintains the number of important digits in your number no matter what you're measuring in. So for example here, this 24.5 in significant figures, you've got 1, 2, 3, so 3 significant figures. And in this one, you remember you ignore the first zeros until you come to the first non-zero number. So you've also got 1, 2, 3, 3 significant figures. The accuracy in significant figures is the same for both of those. Now, in decimal places, 24.5 has 1 decimal place. 0.0245 has 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. Now it seems to me that when I measure in decimal places, it seems that I've changed the accuracy of my values when I change the units that I'm measuring in. But in fact, I'm just maintaining the same accuracy, so this one is still measured to 0.1 centimeters cubed, it's just expressed in decimeters cubed. But I hope you can see that by using the significant figures as your measure, you are in fact keeping this, showing that the accuracy is the same each time. In conclusion, please don't change your accuracy, don't round when you're changing from centimeters cubed to decimeters cubed.